Hey Disney Cruisers, today I'm going to show you and talk to you about checking in for your Disney cruise. I just wanted to give you an idea of what to expect, what to see, and kind of the info you need to have ready, because if you're just like checking in with nothing written down, you're going to be like scrambling, going through apps and checking you have to fill in your flight info and stuff. So I wanted to give you an idea of what to expect to hopefully make it easy for you and it's not as stressful as it needs to be. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to tell you what I have written down just so you can get an idea of what to have written down. So I have all of our flight info. And when I say all of it, like going there, we are doing a layover. So you have to have both flight info as far as like flight number, the date, the time you take off, and the time you land and what airport you land in. So like we're leaving from LAX. And then we land in Houston. Oh, and we have to also put, we landed Houston at 4:10. And then the next leg, which is we leave from Houston at, 5 o'clock. And then we land in MCO at 8:30 p.m. So you have to have literally every single leg, the airline number, times, what airport you're landing in. And then also, if you are... They suggest you stay the night before your cruise. So we are staying at the Hyatt Place. They didn't ask what hotel, but I had it written down just in case. I'll go back through it again and make sure. But so that's that's info you want to have written down, and then jump onto the website. Don't use the app because I started on the app on my phone and then it sent me to the website. So just directly start out on the Disney website. So from there, you log on to disneycruise.disney.go.com. Not sure if this is how it's going to look for you, but this is how it looks for me once I've already checked in, and I'm going to go back to modify it. But you're going to see those 6 boxes or 6 tabs where all your info is going to be inputted. Now, under guest information, they'll have, if you're a first-time cruiser, I'm not sure if it works for a first-time cruiser, but repeat cruiser, it'll have your full name, your date of birth, your home address, your contact info, meaning email address and phone number, your preferred language, English, Portuguese or Spanish are your only options. And then an emergency contact. Mine usually is my sister, but my sister is joining in this time around. So I put my father-in-law, and then it'll say use the same information for like all the guests that are in your cabin. I select all because it's going to be the same. And then it'll have you enter your identification, which is the ID type options will vary based on guest citizenship and cruise itinerary. So I can't even choose another option because I already have my passport input in here. So what I did was I inputted my passport info. I'm going to see if I can put a picture of like a sample of what your passport picture needs to look like. And then it should, once you take a picture of it, it should be clear enough for them to read all the info because it'll input your name, your last name, the ID number, date of birth, expiration date, and then the issue date. I had to input my issue date. I don't know why, but it did. It prompted me to do that, which was fine. And then you upload a selfie. That's another thing you have to have ready beforehand is a selfie for and it's not like a selfie like this. Like you have to have someone take a picture of you. I'll try to show you a picture here of what I use for my check-in selfie photo. I didn't think they would approve my glasses, but I had an issue with customs on the way back one time because I walked in without my glasses, and then when I walked out, I had my glasses on, and they literally set me aside, and I was like, whoa, like what's going on? So, and it was because of my glasses. So I left on my glasses because I figured I'm going to be wearing my glasses. I'm not young anymore. Anyways, and then for me, it asks, will this guest be pregnant 24 weeks or more at any point during your sailing? It's different for everybody. Like when I register my children, it'll say if the parents are on this cruise also. I don't know what it said about my husband, but I can check. It didn't ask anything for my husband. So it would only ask for females. And then for children, I think it caught it because my nephew's going with us and he has a different name. So it asks if parents we're on the cruise. So if they weren't, which my sister is, but if they weren't, then I'm sure I would have to download like an legal authorization form of some sort to like allowing me access. So the next tab or box you're gonna fill out is the onboard account, and this is basically you enter a credit or a debit card, or you can even put cash. You can mark off cash and then add a credit card later. This is basically just once you get on board, you can change it whenever you want, but just put a card on file just to have. But it's also, if you happen to just leave it on there, it's for like the charges that you'll accrue throughout your cruise. They'll charge that credit card at the end of your trip. And then it'll go into who you grant charging privileges to. So you can check off each child or spouse or whoever's. And what's interesting is we're linked with my sister, and like she's on here too. So like I can give her charging privileges. And then that's it for that section. I think one of the main ones is traveling with children. It asks you for child debarkation. If they're under 18 years of age, they ask if you want them to only debark with adults in the same stateroom, or complete authorization for the child in my stateroom to go ashore accompanied by an adult in another stateroom, or to go ashore unaccompanied. So like if they're 18 and under, you can give them permission to get off by themselves. I personally wouldn't do that, but so I marked off that they can debark with any adults in the same stateroom with us. And then it goes down to youth club activities registration, Oceaneers Club, all the youth club activity spaces. Small World Nursery is not there. And then I allow access for my children to check themselves in and out. One example was the Disney Dream recently, or was it the Wish? It's hectic. When you're trying to go to dinner or to a show, checkout line is long. So, and my poor son was waiting for me at the counter, like texting me like, I'm here. I'm like, but I'm in line to check you out. So by the time I got him and stuff like that, luckily my husband was already at the show saving us seats. But like times like that, I kind of wish I had allowed him to check himself out. So moving forward, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow him to check himself out, but I'm going to send someone, or I will be there to receive him and then go, because it was a really long line, and you know, you can be late or miss something. And then that's it for that section. And then it jumps into your travel plans. So flight information. Are you flying in for your cruise? Yes, both ways, or you can put yes, only after. How many flight segments? So like I said, you put all that down. You fill out all that stuff. So it's departure city, date, time, where you arrive, city, date, time, and you're outbound. And then where will you be going after your cruise? And then your options are airport, Disney cruise. Oh, I want to go back on a Disney cruise. Disney Resorts hotel or other hotel address. So our option is we're going to the airport. And then it says, how are you leaving the port terminal, car parked at ship terminal, Disney transfer, private transfer, rental car, or shuttle. And we always take an Uber. We pre-book our Ubers so we don't get stuck with the high price or the high demand once we get off. And then it says, select all for the same travel plans as the guests that are in your stateroom. And then comes the exciting part, which everybody's like anxious to like skip everything and get to, which is your port arrival time. Excuse me. Right now, I think because our sailing is like after Halloween, I think they're only allowing, the earliest anybody got or can get was 12:15. So I'm thinking they're going to be taking Halloween decorations down. So they're like not laying us on as soon as like, I think you can get on usually at like 10:45. But the earliest you can get on is 10:15. And then that's it. And then it goes into the cruise contract. I just realized I missed like an important part of when you go through traveling with children. Yes, traveling with children under that section. Since I already filled it out, I wonder if that's why I didn't show up again, because I just kind of went back into my account, and for me it says to modify it. But one main thing is you have to come up with the secret password. And this password is only to be said when you are checking them out of the kids club. Like, say I send my nephew to go pick up one of my boys, they will ask him, what is your password? I think it's the password or secret word. Forget the wording, the verbiage of it, because it won't come up because I've already did that. So you just make something up, something simple, something, or a common word you guys know and are familiar with, something that they will remember also. I don't know if they ask them, but I think it's for whoever picks them up, just to verify that, that's your family. I hope I'm not missing anything else like important, like that little tidbit, because that's pretty important to remember, to have something, a word just written down, just to have. But I think that's it. I hope I covered everything. If you can notice anything that I missed or anything like that, please put it down in the comments so everybody can, not miss it. Like I said, when I went back in to modify it, it didn't give me everything. But the main things, honestly, are to remember is take selfies of every passenger. Write down your info, take pictures of your passports, the secret word, and have a credit card handy. I forgot this recent one. I forgot a credit card, and I sent my husband to run down and get one. So yeah, just those basic ones, and you'll be all set. It shouldn't be stressful. The only thing, and I get stressed out every single time, is if your Wi-Fi's not working or that little circle just keeps circling and you're just like, come on. Because think about it, everyone's checking in at the same time. So just be patient and you'll get through. You're going to get a decent time. You're not going to get a bad. I don't think there is a bad time. I mean, I would go on any time I'm going on a Disney cruise, But with that being said, I hope this helped. I hope it gave you just an idea and, just some basic info of what to expect. And yeah, stay tuned, because there's going to be more vlogs coming out. We're doing Oogie Boogie at Disney, or actually it's going to be at California Adventure. And then I'm going to do an itinerary vlog, and then just more vlogs to come out. And then of course the treasure that we're going on, which we're so excited about. And then we have actually 2 other cruises planned. So stay tuned, subscribe, and yeah, see you on the next one.